I don't know about you all, but my sports betting is just incredible. That's right. And he's here with us. Let's go. Good evening, folks. Time for the last minute betting show with the Sports Nuts, Bob and Mike. We got your quick fix for sports betting. Hey, do me a favor. Live chat's available. Get in here and talk to us. All right? Like this show. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. We'd appreciate it. And let's not forget about this OddsJam Partner Program's blown up right now, man. Lots and lots of people using the affiliate links, getting a link of their own and sharing it. You get paid to share OddsJam. I've got a link below in the description of this video for you to take advantage of. And second chance bets from PointsBet up to $1,000. This for new users. Got a link below in the description for that too. And now we got everybody on X joining us. It's Bob, it's Mike, it's Justin. Happy New Year to you, Justin. Glad you're here with us. We're ready to rock it out tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's good to be back. And it's also good to be back home. I was away in Florida for quite a while, living it up, living the dream. But yeah, unfortunately for me, though, I'm not allowed to bet in the United States. So I've been on not only a vacation, but a vacation away from sports betting. So it's good to be back.
So you're ready to get into it. And
absolutely.
Mike, Justin emailed me about coming on the show next. And one of the things he wanted to talk about was the NFL. So we should, by the way, before we go anywhere, what about the Michigan Wolverines, who, much as I hated to see it, they won the national championship, Mike?
I mean, it was always Michigan, Bob. I don't know why you were on this Washington kick, but you were. And I think a lot of that is because of your hate for the Big Ten. We all know that you don't like the Big Ten. You're a Big Ten hater. And look, you wanted to continue to be able to talk about the SEC and how they produce the champions, and the Big Ten when's the last team to win one. Ohio State, that's it, and we've heard it all. So look, I don't know what you were thinking, bro.
Well, you know what? I didn't bet it, as I told you yesterday.
Oh, well, you did. You told, hold on, I just want to point this out, and Randall's not here to defend himself. He told Randall and I to put our mouth where our money is.
I know, so I did.
You didn't. You didn't even bet on it. You didn't even bet on Washington.
I put my money where your mouth was. Actually, I didn't.
You didn't put my money.
I didn't bet anything last night on that game because why? I was in a non-legal state like Justin's been since over the holidays. So
Bob was on Colorado last night heavy, weren't you?
Yeah. Let's talk about what I had. Colorado.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Here we go,
baby. Let's talk about how many units I'm up compared to you there, Slick.
Slick.
Oh!
Slick. I am slick.
I threw it out there, baby. That's how we roll in this on this show.
Yeah.
What did you think about that game last night? I honestly thought that Washington would hang a little bit more, but obviously I was really wrong there.
I was predicting Michigan. That's just
good call.
But yeah, I unfortunately did not watch the game, but I saw it, the highlights after.
Yeah, I didn't watch the game either. I got to be honest with you. I really had no desire to.
Oh man. Well,
I mean, what I miss?
You missed your Huskies get their butts kicked. Truthfully, I mean, I know at one time it was a touchdown game, but it never really felt to me like Washington was in that game. And I remember you telling me that McCarthy was nowhere near the level that Washington had at quarterback. What happened? What happened there?
I have no idea.
I do.
Why don't you tell me?
Your boy didn't deliver, and my boy did. Simple as
Okay.
that.
Now he's your boy?
He was last night, Bob.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, Bob, when you bet on something, that's your team, that's your guy, right? I mean, what do you mean? Why are you soloing me anyway? I mean, why?
That's why he's
because I can.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Is he declaring for the NFL draft? By the way, what's his name? I keep forgetting his name. The Washington quarterback.
Penzick, is that his name?
Yeah, I heard rumors. I don't know if it's true because I'm not like super in.
Odunze is his receiver. I tell you what, the play was, and it was on the optimizer all week, and sometimes it would show up in the green, and then sometimes it would show up in the red. There were two plays. You know what they were? They were for him to go under 300.5 yards, and for Odunze to go under 97.5 yards receiving. Those were the two big plays. And unfortunately, I didn't get them.
You didn't bet on nothing. You already made that.
I really didn't. No, I bet on hockey before I left town. That's all I did, man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I can't help it. You know, Mike, I went 2-0 last night in the NHL. What do you want from me?
Oh, shit.
I want you to answer your phone.
It's not my phone.
Yeah, sorry, that was mine.
Oh, that's all right. I mean, no big deal.
Right. Who is it?
It worked out conveniently when he asked me what I wanted him to do. Hey, answer your phone, Bob.
No, it's iCloud crap.
iCloud crap. All right. Let's get to the NFL. We got the matchups now. Mike, you and I haven't been here haven't done a show since we got these matchups. Guys, let's just go through them game by game. Gonna pull it up on the hang on a second here. I'm gonna pull it up on the OddsJam page, the NFL page, and I'm gonna share my screen because we're gonna go through this and talk about this a little bit as to where you guys are thinking everything is heading here. This is a way for you folks to actually line shop games. So let's start off with the Browns and the Texans at Houston. Browns favored by 2.5. Mike, Justin, jump in. What are your thoughts?
Well,
yeah, go ahead first, Mike.
I'll go first because I'll see if maybe Justin disagrees with me on this. But I got to be honest with you guys. I'm leaning towards taking the points here with Houston at home. I mean, the last time these two teams met, there was no CJ Stroud. Flacco did throw a couple interceptions that game. You know, it feels like the whole world is on Cleveland in this spot, and I get it. They have a great defense, but I like Houston coming in after that big win against Indianapolis. I really like the way that Stroud has played all year long. He's a big game quarterback. I trust him 100% here. I know it's going to be tough against this defense, but I think Houston makes this game very, very tight.
Okay.
Fair enough. I'd have to lean the opposite, though, just because, like, you know, CJ Stroud's very first playoff game. That's number one. And number two, I mean, the Cleveland Browns, they're just the offensive line, defensive line. They just dog opponents all the time. I feel like they could make their lives a living hell. But, I mean, out of all the games this weekend, I feel like this is the hardest to predict because it's like the skill level of all of these teams is really good. But also, can't also forget Tank Dell. He was a big part of the success of CJ Stroud and this Texans team, and it's gonna be a good one. But if I'm picking the Browns cover.
I mean, let's face it, guys. We're talking about one of the top defenses in all the NFL, and you're without your number one receiver. I'll take the Browns all day long.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Sorry, Mike. All right,
that's all right.
Dolphins and Chiefs, which, by the way, this is going to be on Peacock. I mean, I don't know why they're doing this crap.
Don't even have it here in Canada.
Yeah. So, that's and that's honestly, I think with what we saw the other night from Buffalo and Miami, I think the Chiefs and Andy Reid are going to be ready to play. And I expect Kansas City to cover this and probably win by a touchdown or more. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, intriguing game here. Obviously these two teams have already played. We saw Kansas City get the win 21-14, keep it in that kind of scoring range that gave Kansas City a fighting chance. And I think we're going to have to see the same type of deal here in this game, much like we saw with Miami and Buffalo, that type of game, because Miami is very banged up right now. And if you remember, Tyreek Hill, not a terrible 8 catches against Kansas City, his former team when he played them. But here's the thing: he only had 62 yards. If you'll take that all day, 8 catches, 62 yards for Tyreek Hill, you'll take that type of production all day if you're Kansas City's defense. I mean, so I think we're going to see a similar type of game, and I do think that Kansas City will get the job done here.
Okay, Justin, you saw along the same wavelength there?
Yeah, I would say so. This is another tough one, especially for me, because this year I've just been not liking the Chiefs. Like as
true, yeah, me too. And
the way they've been playing too. And
what's up, Tony? What up, Tristan?
But yeah, I'd lean the Chiefs. I just feel like just their coaching staff, everything. Patrick Mahomes is just—they're going to show up when it matters most. I feel like.
Okay, I you know what? I'm with you completely, 100% on that. But I think the Chiefs are going to cover. I think Andy Reid is going to come out of this week, and he's going to be ready. And they're going to throw some things.
I mean, the worry is Miami is kind of being counted out here, and they still have, despite a lot of injuries, they're going to have to run the football a lot, guys. They got to stick with the running game. They got away from that against Buffalo, and I don't know why. They were having success early in that game running the football, and they just kind of went away from it. And I really don't understand what the meaning was there. That was what was getting them the touchdown drive that they had to take that early lead, 7-0. And I just don't know why they went away from that run game. So if I'm Miami, I've got to be running and of course, yeah, Tony, good point. Gonna have to run the football now. So maybe that will work out in Miami's favor a little bit, but a warm weather team going to freezing cold temperatures, probably not good. Miami's not really built for this. Good point. I agree.
I agree with that too. Absolutely. I didn't even think of that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Very good, Tony. Very good, Tony. Tony will be here Thursday, I think. And Tristan, you're going to come on Friday. I don't know whether you knew that or not. The cheetah needs to continue. Good luck. And by the way, we all know that Tristan is a homer. Okay. He's in Miami.
Oh, is he a Miami fan?
Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Florida State, I mean, my goodness.
The Heat, don't leave out the Heat.
I didn't. I said Miami.
Oh,
Heat.
you did. Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't he from Louisiana?
No, that's where he's going to college.
Oh,
yeah. So,
but he reps his Louisiana teams. He shows them love too.
I still haven't figured out how there's a Florida Panther and then there's a Carolina Panther. I mean, the Panthers are known in Florida and Carolina. Is that
there is a Florida Panther? Actually, it's a specific type. And
there's one in Carolina too. They got a
that I don't know. But there is.
Blue? Is it blue?
Google. No, I don't think it's blue. Bob.
No, any of that actually.
Bob. There's either Black Panthers or Pink Panther.
Well, I dug the Pink Panther. I'm telling you that.
Hey, the Pink Panther was that dude. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, he was He was clever.
And also hated by cars.
Yes. And you know what? Great acting from the Pink Panther because he never spoke.
He didn't have to. I mean,
Exactly.
dude was just like about it. I mean,
he was badass, man.
yeah.
I mean, you know what? If you want to talk Pink Panther, I can talk it all day long, baby.
Well, we won't. We'll save.
I've probably seen every one of them. Matter of fact, I think, you know what, Mike? When we're done here, I'm going to go try to stream me some Pink Panther.
Man, that sounds like something you would be doing.
Go drink a beer and watch the Pink Panther. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyway, of course you're going to the Panthers game on Thursday.
Heck yeah, buddy. Hey, your Panthers got the Blues tonight. They should win that one, though.
Should.
They really should. I mean, I'm not knocking your Blues here, Bob. I'm not ripping
They're your Blues too, Mike.
I know, but I don't rep them as heavy and loudly as you do.
You know what? Most fans rep their teams. As a matter of fact, a friend of ours, and we're going to talk about this game next, a friend of ours, Jim Thompson, he went to the Tennessee game. He's a big Steelers fan, and him and his daughter got on TV. They were showing fans in the crowd, Steelers fans, and he was there. So you got to give a shout out to Jim. By the way, Mike, when we do this replay, we need to tag him on Facebook and tell him that we talked about him.
Oh, absolutely. Give him a little shout out there. Absolutely.
Speaking of Jim's Steelers, and we're probably going to be going through this every day, Mike, with people. So stick to your guns and your opinions.
Oh, I will, bud.
Tomorrow night,
flip-flops.
I don't flip-flop ever. I don't know about this line.
Tristan, yeah. Sorry, I got to interrupt here. Been a while. That Michigan game was nuts. Tristan, unfortunately, Bob was not on that with us. He missed out.
Neither was Tony, by the way. Tony and I were thinking Washington taking the points, but we were wrong. All right. I don't know about this. I think the spread's too high.
Well, no Watt for the Steelers. I mean, no TJ Watt here.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, what's the matter with them?
I don't remember.
I think it was a leg injury.
Is it a leg? Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay.
MCL knee.
Oh, knee injury. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Look, it may still seem a little high even without Watt. I mean, they have played without him. Obviously, they're not the same team without him, so this is going to be a tough spot. So that's a lot of points right now for me to lay on Buffalo. Nothing on the money line. So I do think Buffalo will win this game, and I would suspect, I guess, that if I were to have to be forced to pick a side, I would probably lay the points with Buffalo, but it does seem like a lot.
Let me ask you guys a question. What do you think this total's too low? 36?
Yeah, I'd say so. But
I mean, if you could get 36, shouldn't you take the over in this case?
I'd lean the over. Absolutely, I'd say, because I feel like Buffalo, every time they've been in the wild card, they thrown a lot of points. So,
yeah. You know what? I'm just going to add this to my bet tracker right now because I think I'm going to go bet this on PointsBet. I really do like that.
Yep. You can't
Mike,
go wrong.
Mike, you got
I would
me out of it.
No, I would lean towards that for sure. I mean, I'm wondering Gabe Davis, what he's like health-wise for Buffalo, because obviously that's going to be a big part of their offense, and having him healthy and good to go will really determine a lot. I mean, if Gabe Davis is not able to go, or if he's banged up, I don't know how much I do like that over. I mean, I think you'll see similar to what you saw game plan wise against Miami. You're going to see Buffalo just put it in Josh Allen's hand and say, try to make some stuff happen for us, buddy. And that may result into some turnovers, but it will also result in just some good things happening that we see. That's how Josh Allen is, right? Ball's in his hand. He's either going to make it happen or he's not.
I don't know if it's really would hurt them that. I mean, I see what you're saying, but like I feel like, nowadays, Josh Allen, he has Gabe Davis as number 2, yes, but he's also now got Dalton Kincaid. And then he's got Dawson Knox, So I feel like he's still got a number 2 pass catcher regardless without Gabe Davis. But
and being able to game plan if they do know they won't have him, whereas in that situation, Davis goes out in the middle of the game, it's kind of hard to change things up. So there's that possibility, that you could see Knox and Kincaid a big part of that offense, which I think should be. I mean, they should be. I mean, both of those are solid tight ends. I mean, remember Dawson Knox? We were talking about him a couple of years ago, one of the better receiving tight ends in the game. And Kincaid's had an outstanding year. So I think you definitely need to see Buffalo go to those 2 guys a lot and try to open up something for Diggs by just hammering the heck out of the middle of that field and those seams with those big tight ends there.
Tony, I'm telling you right now, this is what I predicted the game to be. I say this is 21-17 Buffalo, and you're under 38.5 wins, and so does my over 36.
That'd be insane.
That'd be good. There's a middle right there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a middle bet right there.
There you go. All right, we're going to go through more games here. NFL playoffs, baby. You can't beat it. Packers, Cowboys. You know what? There's not a snowball's chance in Hades that the Cowboys are losing at home. I just don't see that happening. And I expect the Cowboys to cover.
I do too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. And look, Green Bay's good for them. They got in. Love's had a tremendous year. You go down first round to Dallas, it is what it is. I mean, you can't, at least they got here. Dallas is just too much. That defense is just too much. I mean,
I'm just going to be honest with you, Mike. I was wrong about Justin Love. And
Justin Love now, huh?
Jordan Love. God darn. I keep up Justin Herbert. That's the guy that's not good.
Yeah, not good.
I was wrong about Jordan Love. I was calling him Buddy Love earlier from the Nutty.
You were calling him Caleb Love.
Yeah, Caleb Love. Right. But you know what? I was 199% wrong.
Not only about his name, but about
him, yeah,
about his, I was wrong. Okay, plain and simple, I was wrong. I think he's going to have what it takes. That's a young team. They are the youngest team in the NFL. I think Houston is the second youngest team in the NFL. With quarterbacks like that, that's the next wave, guys. I mean,
only thing is, though, I don't think Jordan Love really has, like, some people are wanting to be like Aaron Rodgers-esque, but that's just not, I don't think it's possible. I think he has the talent to be like a Dak Prescott at best.
Okay. All right. That's probably a good analogy.
Yeah.
I can see that. Definitely not going to be a Josh Allen. Speaking of Josh Allen, does that guy not take the team on his back and carry him? I mean, have you ever seen a quarterback that you really can't tackle?
No, they say like he is the closest thing to Brett Favre they've seen, and plus the mistakes on top of that.
Exactly. It's exactly right. Yeah. Because the one thing, the fourth down interception he threw it in the end zone that really didn't. I mean, it was a fourth down play anyway. So they weren't going to get the first down. And if he throws that ball away instead of throwing it in the end zone and getting picked, I think field position wise, it actually would have worked out better for Miami than had they gotten the interception in the end zone. But either way, that one, it's not a good, that's just trying to do too much. The first interception was bad for sure. But
By the way, the one interception, why did the guy from Miami take it out?
Try to take it out.
I mean, how stupid is that?
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have.
Pretty stupid.
Yeah. Oh,
Pretty
well.
stupid. All right, now it's the Los Angeles Cronkies and the Detroit Lions. I hate the Cronkies. I mean, it's Detroit at home. It's time for them to move forward. They've got to win this playoff game. But this Los Angeles team is extremely, extremely, extremely dangerous. And now to go with Cooper Kupp, and they found the running game. You know, I'm worried about this game, and I'm worried about the Lions winning this game. What do you guys think?
I got to be honest, seems like the whole world is on the Rams right now, you know, and I see the reasons and I see why potentially, but I still got to be honest with you. I don't know what's changed so much that now everybody's panicked. I mean, remember the Detroit Lions are just a bad call away from being in a completely different situation here. It's not like this team's been falling apart and playing awful. Why is everybody? No, I know, but that's what it feels like.
I know.
It feels like everybody thinks this is just horrible for Detroit. They've got the Rams, man.
I never said that.
I didn't say you did. I'm not saying you did.
The Cronkies are dangerous.
Bob,
they
Bob,
are.
Bob, let me finish.
Mike,
I'm not saying you did. I'm not saying you said that. I'm saying everybody seems to be thinking that.
Okay, well, I don't know who everybody is. I'm just telling you this. If there's one,
you're worried. You're worried about them. What are you worried about?
One team in the NFC that I think is dangerous, it is that team for one reason. They've been there, they won a championship, they have players that have been there and won that championship with that team. And you don't think Matt Stafford wants to go into Detroit and whip up on them boys? You know he does. To say, hey, you know, I was the man, you know, and we know Jared Goff has got something to prove too, you know, no two ways about it. But they worry me because I think that they have the experience and the wherewithal and the coaching to make a run.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna trust Sean McVay over Dan Campbell in this situation because, like, you know, a lot of people were going crazy about that Dallas game, but analytics were saying that Dan Campbell should just kick the extra point, and he went for it another 2 times, which was
right. That was Oh, look at this, guys. There's Adam McLean here, another boy from Canada. I'll say it: Rams win. Tony, Rams money line.
Yeah,
Tony, you're the same guy that talked me into Washington, so forget it.
No, I think Detroit wins. I do. I think Detroit wins this game. Still, I'm not gonna go away from that. I understand the Rams seem dangerous and all that, but I mean, Detroit's still at home. And they're still the better team. I feel so.
I do too. There's one thing that you could do, I believe, on that Cronky defense, and now I'm going to keep on calling them the Cronkies because that's what I do. One thing that you can bet, believe it or not, you can run on that defense. As great as Aaron Donald is, you can run on that defense, and you can run up the middle on that defense. So,
yeah.
Couple of dogs for tonight: Orlando Magic and BYU.
I like Orlando, Tony, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Next game, let's get to them all, man. Justin wanted to talk football. We're going to talk football a little bit more. One last game here, and one that I don't even want to watch, but I will. The Eagles and the Bucks at the Bucks. Obviously, the Bucks are a home dog. I don't trust Baker Mayfield as far as I can throw him. I definitely, after you couldn't even score a touchdown in your last game against a terrible Carolina team. The Eagles are going to win this game, I believe, but it's going to be tough because Devontae Smith, DeAndre Swift, and A.J. Brown all have injuries. And hopefully they're all three going to be healthy. If they are, and let's not forget Jalen Hurts and the finger that might have been dislocated on his throwing hand. I haven't heard much about that. Have you guys?
I haven't. Last I heard, I follow Dr. Morse, fantasy doctor. He was saying that it was going to be okay, but I don't know. That finger did look pretty bad, though.
Yeah, there's no fracture in his finger. Yeah. Okay, so he exited the game, then he came back. It looks like he's going to be all right. I was worried about A.J. Brown because, it was a possible knee problem.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and he was saying that there was a chance that he tore something in his knee because, and he had that bad of injury. He's grabbing the behind of his knee. That indicates usually a serious injury. So I don't know, but we'll see.
I agree with that. David, I don't know what you're doing. You're throwing all kinds of names out here. I have no idea why you're doing it.
Eagles squeaked by.
Yeah. But you are, and I don't know what that all means. I guess you're trying to get in my replay chat. Browns are beating the line.
For the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Never say never.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I'll roll with the Eagles here still. I mean, you're talking about a Tampa Bay team that lost to New Orleans and then couldn't score a touchdown against Carolina. I don't trust them. I know Philadelphia's having issues, look awful heading into this thing, but Philadelphia probably still wins this game, and I'm not really too intrigued by this matchup. I don't know why it's our Monday night game either. It's awful.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what?
Throw that on Peacock.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, can I actually, before we wrap up the show, can I actually
get you ratings, Bob? Thanks, David.
Do what now?
I need to ask. So, do you guys think this season was one of the more disappointing NFL seasons we had in a while? Because I believe that because we've had crappy primetime games, we had majority of the starting quarterbacks go down this year. All starting with Rodgers, and I don't know.
I would have to agree with that for sure.
Because I don't know. I feel like I haven't been this disappointed with an NFL season in a long. Taking my teams out of it. Both my teams didn't make the playoffs, but taking that out of it, I feel like this was not a good season.
Not really. I agree.
Not do great. A job with the turf, and you got to fix it, really. And I mean, don't they want their ratings to go up on primetime games? And you got to get better teams playing on primetime then. So
yeah,
I would definitely agree with you there, 100%. Okay, it was also a very hard season to bet. Okay, yeah, I mean it really was. With all the quarterbacks out and what have you, it was hard to figure out who was going to take it. But now that we're here, you gotta have a Super Bowl pick. And, most people are on the 49ers to make it.
Yeah. I think, they're obviously more likely than any other team to win this year. But if I was betting, I would say they're not going to win because I just don't feel like Brock Purdy is ready for yes, he's been great this year. No, I think he was the 5th best statistically this year, but I've seen him on primetime and I've seen him in these games. He will just make some pretty bad mistakes at times, and I just don't feel like he's ready for the Super Bowl. I really don't.
So here's the thing. I'm going to give you my take on this. What defenses try to do is they try to throw those receivers, they try to bump them off the route. Because that San Francisco passing game is completely timing. I mean, he's throwing that ball before those guys ever get there so many times. And it's almost like he already knows what spot he's throwing to. The receiver's got to get there. That's a lot of those interceptions are because of that. And a lot of times it's that defensive back just, being physical enough with that wide receiver to do that. But when you got a guy like Debo and you got McCaffrey, boy, that's awful tough, man. I mean, how do you beat that?
They are a good team. I will give it that. I just don't know. I can see them making it, but I really.
Well, who do you think's going to make it out of the NFC then, Justin?
Well, that's a good question. This year, I actually can't predict. Like, I feel like anybody.
Yeah, I'm not into predictions. I don't know. I mean, there's been so much craziness. I don't even know.
I do feel like the Rams, though, are kind of like the 2021 49ers. I think they could potentially make it to the NFC Championship like they did, because they just feel like that kind of team, like playing hard defense, got some pretty good weapons, and a lot of people are counting them out. So those teams are dangerous,
Absolutely. Want to show something here real quick, folks? We haven't done enough OddsJam stuff. This will be very, very quick. One of the things that we've done is we have focus mode. So now if you go to positive EV, and by the way, if you noticed here, we now have sports betting on one side. When you click on fantasy type stuff, DFS, books and what have you. Okay. The cool thing about this is when you're in focus mode is you no longer are seeing the other side. Okay. And we are going to make it where you're going to be able to see, the market width and what have you. But right now we're in the initial stages of focus mode. And I got to tell you, I love it. It's clean. Look, Mike, is this not clean looking?
Yep. Very clean, Bob.
Yeah. And it makes it really a lot easier for people. And the one-click bet, I'll just show it one more time. I've been showing it all day long. When you click one-click bet, it will put that bet in your bet slip like it just did right here. And if you're logged in, you could just bet it right now or go ahead and log in. So focus mode is the way to go. It's great. You're going to love it. We've got no time left. It's time to go, Justin. Thank you very much for joining
us. Places to be.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
People to see.
Awesome job, Justin. Thank you as always, bro.
See you guys.
Really, thanks for having me.
Yeah.